Alright guys, I'm back. I know with the haircut and everything, I look a lot younger and a lot different, but let's get back down to business. I got some questions asked from some people, and I'm going to answer them. I might be reading this as a teleprompt, but I love doing these, so here goes nothing. Have you ever considered a WWE fanfic? Um, I'm not sure on which one I do, like what girl or guy or anything else. There's a lot of elements that I like, but I'm adding that one to the list. So one day, that's a yes. Favorite wrestler, company, and thoughts on AEW. Um, as far as wrestler I like, not a lot of people know about him, but Alex Shelley, aka the Technical Messiah. Cruiserweight, but I've seen so many moves he's done and executed very well, and not dangerous to be in the ring with, as everything I've seen so far. One half of the Motor City Machine Guns. Um, as far as company, I don't, just simply because every company seems to have this giant part of opportunity, and a lot of times they blow it. Sometimes they capitalize, but WWE, TNA, they all seem to just blow it out of proportion. Japan, same thing. Although AEW, um, it looks good. I like the way that they have these free contracts, meaning that they could go to our promotions. I really like what they're doing so far, but we'll find out soon. If you could rewrite an anime, what would it be? Manga wise, Monster Musume, get rid of the farm arc entirely. Focus on those core group of girls. That's what I'd do. But that's just me personally. I respect the creator, the artist, the people with the dialogue, the staff. It's just personal opinion that could be a grain of salt. Anime wise, you know I'd redo Rosario Vampire. That's an obvious one. Uh, both the Heaven Lost Property movies, because I thought the ending of both of them were awful. Loved the series, read the manga, awful ending on both movies. And it's all I could think of those at the moment, and the one with Shinibu is Rika and the Eye of the Wicked Lord. Just end season one with a kiss, and it's a 10 out of 10. Boom. Anime or manga, I won't touch. I'm not into Tokyo Ghoul. I'm just not. Darling in the Franks, please, can we not? Anything DBZ because there's so much of it, and I just don't know enough. It's a big anime and there's a lot of elements. I don't feel comfortable touching that subject. That's it. There's probably some I'm missing, but those are the ones that come straight to mind. Why do you maintain a sober life? Um, it's a long time story, but I'm just gonna simplify it for everybody. I've had a lot of people in my life, whether if it's booze, weed, pills, the powder, even some people that have lived with me. I've just seen so many people do so many terrible things. Basically, eat themselves alive and have a substance consume them. It's just, I don't want to get into it, I don't want to offend anybody. But I just try and do me. I mean, I have myself an occasional cigar. I smoke like maybe one every month and a half, 2 months. If that, there's sometimes I'll go like months and months without one. I don't care. And as far as the beer, I'll have like maybe I could probably count on one hand how many I'll have in like a year span. Um, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a beer, so it's just that, I mean, when you try to promote a sober lifestyle, you just try and cut back as much as you can. I'm just gonna go to it from that. Let me fix this typo here. There we go. What do you think of Black Hole Shawn? This is not safe for work. Read it down below. Read it in my Cocoa entry. It'll be under Q&A because I'm not saying it out loud. I've already typed it out. If you could make a game, what genre? RPG. I love a good storyline, and the RPG genre right now is lacking. Tales of is focused on remakes, and Square Enix is not putting up the way I've hoped. Great company, but lately just, I mean, good games, but just, I feel like they fell a little bit short. But hey, I still bought them, I still played them, and put a smile on my face. Just my 2 cents. Top 5 assholes in anime. I've thought about it for a while, and I'm just going to sum it up with anyone with God complex or refers to themselves in third person. First person that comes to mind is Riser Phoenix, but there's a lot more of them out there. Any character in a series you would delete or rewrite? This is from Sophie from Germany, and she's amazing. She really is. She's the best. Without her, half a Yandere wouldn't be happening because of she knows Malia. The only thing I could think of, I've never want to like delete a character per se. You'd want to like change them around, just like small things. The only thing I'd really want to change around, I thought about for a while, is Arata from Trinity 7, because he's such a pig where the point he doesn't even feel remorse, and it's just kind of like it's like, hey, what are you doing? He just goes, I'm a guy. I enjoyed it. You if I don't remember it. Hey, I don't like that. Makes you a complete scumbag. I know I'm biased in being trying to be a gentleman, but just no, don't do it. Favorite anime smile? You know, uh, maybe not my top 5 list, but one of my favorite stories. Mizure Shirayuki, like when you see the Rosario Vampire Season 2 intro and you see her smiling and dancing, I feel this sort of glow and it makes me really happy. It really does. Just that smile that goes along with those bright irises and that pearl skin. You just gotta love that. Hardest part about teaching. I get asked for tips often, and I mean very often. I just tell people to write out thoughts, put in a timeline, talk it out. But the one thing I've known about teaching is everybody is different, and I try to do my best to put this on a case by case basis, and everyone's gonna pick up on something quicker and slower than somebody else. I just do just a gentle approach and just try and see how we could make this happen. And if there's something I don't agree upon because I don't want them to have a hole or contradiction or something that they got in a story, I try to do my best. My best is to help them bring a story they want to life and do the best as they can, best as they can possible. That's all I could do, but I'm proud of every single one who I've helped, and it does put a smile on my face, I will say. Great work by all of them. Horror stories to date. Origami, Stella Vermilion, anything Ruby, anything to do with the crossover. Half a Yandere, my original so far, together with Malia. Data Live's a tough one. Dakota, my apprentice, is having a hard time with the Kurumi story. That's going to be very interesting to see how we pull through this one. And one thing that I think is going to be the hardest to hasn't even come is Icarus from Heaven's Lost Property. Here we go. Thoughts on half a yandere? I always love to give back. Everybody should know this, but I just had this idea for the longest time. I wanted to help out a Make-A-Wish child. Wasn't sure how young, old, what the illness or condition was. I just wanted to help out. Now I wasn't sure if this was a kid trying to write a superhero comic or whatnot. And sure enough, we have Malia who has a condition she will never outgrow. She wanted a Yandere story, and I'm like, okay, what do you have in mind? Now I'm thinking to myself, okay, are we describing the Yandere? And she goes, well, I want a girl. Here's my OC, and I'm like, all right, I could work with this. And here's her girlfriend, okay? But she has a second personality, and I'm like, all right. And she goes, okay, so we have one girl and we have the other, and I'm like, okay, let's just go Carly and Kim, make it different. And they both go out with this girl, and they both had an incident or whatever. That was bugging me. And couple chapters in, I love this, and I'm close to completing it. And if this makes $1, I'm giving it to her simply because she deserves it, and this is hers. And once this is done, I'm not sure if she wants to do something in the middle of it, before or after the story. But I'll be around to help her, of course. And this is one of my favorite series I've been working on. This says bringing something right here. Ooh. Woman qualities. Um, there's many, but to make it stand out, I love a sweet woman with priorities, one who puts in effort, and this doesn't have a lot of stress, or put a lot of stress on me, rather. I'm just gonna leave that one at that. Those are the ones that stick out. Favorite skater? Ooh, favorite skateboarder. There's a lot, but right now I'm gonna go Ryan Gallant. Favorite stories of mine: Angel on Edge, Snow Bunny, the My Pawn series, Restless, my original, and Third Class, Tanashi. Fall is gonna be up there. It's close. And White Years is also close. Projects hopefully for 2019. I'm planning on Asia and Konako 2. Finish some works. Reen's due to be finished soon. Ross Vice. I'm trying to make this arc as great as I possibly can. That's going to be a little bit of work. If possible, Lala and Mia from Izume and Yukino from Fairy Tail. Then one that's confirmed soon, my first straight female reader, which is Kiba. Which it's going to be very interesting seeing how I enter this girl persona, if you may. And she's going to be asking a lot of the questions that my girlfriend has asked me over the years. She's prettier. She has a giant chest. She has, nicer eyes. She's got body. She's got longer hair. She, makes a lot of money. She bitches a little bit less. She's less clingy. Whatever you can do. And I got a perfect girl candidate for this story. And we'll see how it unfolds. Let the good times roll. Oh, and the lesbian from Data Live, Miku. Trap music coming soon. Collab for me and Omega. How do you separate all? Skating, writing, workload, girlfriend, everything else? It's a good question. Depends on good days, bad days, how much you feel it. Because there's been some times where I've woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I've banged out half a chapter. And then at lunch I've finished a chapter and published it while I was at work eating lunch. Sometimes you just have the hot and colds with, like, Konako. I finished a lot of chapters during work. Or most most of the chapter being done and published it when I got home. Just made sure it was cleaned up. You really just gotta have a feel for it, and sometimes you get this spark, and sometimes you're bashing your head against the wall. Because let's say there's these gears, right? It's a machine. It needs oil. The hair and debris have to be removed. You need to clean it every now and then. Sometimes it needs service. And sometimes I'll grind out a chapter for a couple days, 2, 3, sometimes even 4 days. And sometimes I'll bang out 15 hard words in one morning. Like not too long ago, I didn't sleep well. It was 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm in my bed and I'm just writing cocoa on my phone. I think I banged out like 15 hard words that morning. Then I waited until it was sunrise to publish it. And it ended up being like 25 hard words, and I'm like, holy cow. It just works like that. But no matter what, you always find time to do something else. It all depends on feeling and, well, priorities and everything else. But I make time for it all. It's hard, but you eventually get into a routine and you make the adjustments. Finally, let's see, last words. I've said a lot. I've done a lot. I've taught a lot, and I'm hungry for more. I always want to improve. I always want to thrive. And this is my dream. Right here. And if this will one day pay the bills, I'd be the happiest man on earth. A lot of students, a lot of supporters, and a lot of smiles, and even touched and gave some feels to a couple of people. It's a good and humble feeling. It's a happy feeling. I'm grateful. My name is AJ Torres, and I dream about being a writer. That's all I got. Peace.